this is actually the update we've been waiting for from Insta360. They finally gave us the opportunity to turn off HDR. HDR is a cool function to have, especially in good lighting conditions. But sometimes you don't want that typical HDR look. And then it's fantastic that you can actually turn it off. And now we are using this function. We turn off HDR, and as you probably can see side by side with the Action 4, the image looks more similar. But what I see on the screen, actually on the Ace Pro, it seems to be more details in the sky. I don't know why, but maybe it's something to do with the way they process the image. But this is HDR turned off. So what do you think? Does the colors of my skin look better than it do with HDR? We're gonna do some sample footage side by side with both of these cameras, with HDR on and off, and also changing the settings on the sharpness. This is medium sharpness, but we're gonna test all of them from low to highest. So tell me what you think, but this is a major update from Insta360, and I'm so glad they finally did this. I think it's important. Action 4 is a 10-bit camera. Ace Pro is actually an 8-bit camera. And what I've seen and read online is that Insta360 won't give us the opportunity to have 10-bit on the Ace Pro, and the reason is supposed to be the AI chip built into this camera. That means that this camera has some limitations giving us 10-bit, but that's all right. I think this is the update I've been waiting for. So tell me what you think. Does this look better than HDR? I don't know, it all depends on the weather and the conditions. In good lighting condition, HDR actually looks kind of cool. You get that perfect highlights, and the shadows looks really good, but you need good lighting conditions. Sometimes HDR just look fake, especially in lighting condition like we have here in Norway often. So tell me what you think. Does HDR off looks better than HDR on? And this is HDR turned on the Ace Pro. What do you think? Can you see a major difference? I know that the weather condition is bad, but I just want to test this because I saw that when I'm connected my Insta360 to the app, finally there was an update, and HDR, the possibility to turn off HDR was there, so I needed to test it. And I bet they've done some other improvement to the camera. But this is an important update, I think. But this is HDR on. Can you see a major difference with HDR turn on and off? I've been complaining a little bit about the Ace Pro, especially the way they handle skin colors. In my opinion, still the colors on the Action 4 looks better. It looks more correct. And I can see on the screen now that the trees behind me looks way greener than they actually are, and I can also see that the sky is much more detailed on the Ace Pro than it actually is. It's actually completely overcast, but yeah, it is what it is. But this is cool, actually really cool. I'm really glad I did this. That's a big thumb up to Insta360, and I'm so glad that they take up the fights with companies like Dji and GoPro. And in my opinion, these two cameras are actually the best action camera you can get now, for sure. So what do you think? Does HDR on and off looks good? And what mode do you like? Oh, you can see behind me here, it's more or less completely overcast. There are some skies. Well, what I've seen with my eyes is not that blue. It seems like to be on the Ace Pro image, supposed to, or compared to the Action 4. The Action 4 actually has more correct colors of the sky, and on the screen it seems like the colors are more correct on the Action 4, but some people like colors that pops. Let's turn off HDR on the same spot and just see if details in the sky, in the highlights, change. Okay, I'm standing at the same place now with HDR turned off. I just want to see how the skies look, the highlights and the shadows with HDR off compared to the Action 4. For me, it seems like on the screen on the Ace Pro it looks way more detailed than the Action 4. The Action 4 actually has the correct colors. This is how the sky looks, more or less gray. But on the Ace Pro it looks actually blue. Something looks blue, but it isn't blue at all. Trust me, it's gray and overcast. Yes, there are some clouds here, and you can see that also on the Action 4, but they don't look that detailed like that. But that's all right. Some people like it. But this is HDR off. I actually am really glad that this is possible now on the Insta360 Ace Pro, and I'm sure they're gonna update the camera more and more. But still, the Action 4 is my favorite camera, but you won't go wrong if you buy the Ace Pro. It's a good camera, good audio, good image quality. Yes, it's an 8-bit camera, but that's more or less enough for most people. Action cameras isn't for professional, it's for fun, vlogging, action, sports, activities, stuff like that. But this is an important update actually. So tell me what you think down in the description, and of course give me a thumb up and subscribe to my channel. I love doing this, and if there are anything else you want to see, leave a comment down below, and that's important for me. And yeah, I just wanted to thank everybody for watching. This is what I love to do, being outdoor. The weather is crap today, and that's the reason why I'm here, so it's possible for me to hide from the rain when it starts, and it's gonna start pretty soon. But I'm gonna do much more tests with the Ace Pro with HDR on and off, especially in good lighting conditions, just to see how much it affects the image. But the most important thing for me often is that the footage looks good, and that the colors are more or less correct. I don't like fake colors. I think that just looks strange, and GoPro is one of those cameras that sometimes can overdo the image a little bit, and I don't like that. Yeah, so what do you think compared to the Action 4? Thank you so much for watching, and of course, as always, I see you on the next one. Bye bye.